What's up, guys, and welcome back to Blue Side FC channel. In case you are new here, I'm Nia Matt, and I hope you're all doing great. So we got our first win of the year. After 5 games, we finally get a win. We drew against Nottingham Forest. We lost back-to-back against Man City, and then we lost against Fulham, and now we won. We've beaten Crystal Palace. Granted, I don't think Crystal Palace put up that much of a fight, to be honest, because I think they threatened us 2 times, like 2 main times in the game, and credit to Kepa. Kepa did very well in preventing those chances. We'll come to them soon enough. So it was a good game. I think we did well. We could have scored more if we only finished properly and we could put our chances away, but we didn't. But it's okay. We were able to get the win and we were able to get a clean sheet, and that's all that matters. We are still 10th though, but it's a good start. It's a good start in the right direction. At least now Potter is seeing the kind of players that he needs to be starting with more, because some of the players that he was starting with previously, they just weren't cutting it, and even in this game some of them didn't really step up, but it was still a good performance. But before we talk about the game, we have to talk about the new signing, the brand new signing, MYKHAILO Mudryk. He was a new signing. It was announced yesterday, not officially by the club, but it was announced yesterday that Chelsea had secured the signature of Mudryk. And to be honest, I didn't really know much about him. I'd heard his name previously in the past, but I didn't really know much about him. I think it was during a Shakhtar Donetsk game, and I think one of the pundits were talking about the players to watch, and then he was one of the players that they were mentioning. But I didn't hear anything much about him until Arsenal were interested, and Arsenal were really interested in signing this player, and they utilize their wingers very well. Arsenal, like, they're a very good team that really focuses on attacking on the wings, and I think this player would have fitted very well in their plans. But Todd Boehly had different plans. Todd Boehly and Baghdad Eghbali had different plans, and they flew yesterday to discuss with Shakhtar's president about the signing of Mudryk. So they went there, made a deal, came back with Mudryk on their private jet. So he just went, got the deal done, brought him back. But now we have to look at the amount that we are getting him and the contract that he's also come to sign. He's signed an 8.5-year contract, and I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's very I don't know. It's very bold of the ownership to trust a player like this this much, a 22-year-old whose goal scoring record isn't really the best. I saw some of his highlights, and he's a very fast player, and he's very skillful too. He's very good at taking players on. But is 8.5-year deal worth it? We don't know, unless he starts playing before we know that yes, we have gotten a good player, a bad player, or it's worth it or not. But for now, since we've signed him, we need to back the decision. We need to back the transfer. Any transfer that comes in, we need to back the transfer, and trust that the owners are doing what's best for the club. They know what they are doing. They are doing what's best for the club. So I think the 100 million was the only option for us to secure his signature, because Arsenal really wanted him. I think the player himself also said that Arsenal was the only team that he was going to choose. So I think the 100 million was the only way to get him to choose Chelsea over Arsenal. And I'm happy to see that the hijack spirit is still there. That hijacking of transfer spirit is still there with this current ownership, because it was something that the previous ownership were really known for. The official announcement for Mudryk was made today. I think 10 minutes into the game, it was announced on the Chelsea website, and then on the Twitter page too as well. And then during halftime, he was unveiled to the Chelsea supporters at Stamford Bridge. So yeah, he got a good reception. Everybody's excited to see him. Welcome, Mudryk. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I'm sure we'll see him play in the next game, just like we saw João Felix start early for us. I'm sure we'll see him in the next game too as well. So welcome, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can offer to the club. Now to today's game. Let's start with the lineup. It was an interesting lineup, because he benched certain players and he started certain players, and certain players that we wanted to see start, he started them. So let's go to the lineup. He went to the 4-2-3-1 formation, and he matched Crystal Palace's formation. I think that's what helped us, because they didn't look threatening. The Crystal Palace players didn't really look threatening. They tried, but we stopped them on every count. There were some few instances where I would say they got through, but Kepa did a solid at the back. So we went with Kepa in goal, and then we gave Benoit got a debut. We'll talk about Benoit also very soon. Benoit got a debut start, and then he was paired alongside Thiago Silva, and then Hall on the left wing, and then Chalobah on the right wing. Chalobah on the right wing was what surprised me, because we've seen him play there before, but that's not his position. So seeing him play there, he's either a midfielder, defensive midfielder, or he plays a centre back. But at the right wing, I've never seen him before play at the right wing, and I don't think he had a bad game at right wing. He wasn't attacking as probably a Reece James would do, Ruben Loftus-Cheek would do, but he got the job done. His defensive work was solid at the back, and then Hall on the left, solid as usual. Just his finishing that needs a little work. We'll talk about that also soon. And then in the midfield, he went with Jorginho and Gallagher in the midfield. Two good performances too as well. Very good performances. Then Mount, Chukwuemeka, Ziyech supporting Havertz in the middle. So Mount on the left side, Ziyech on the right side, and then Chukwuemeka behind Havertz in attack. And yeah, this formation turned out good. It worked, and I think everybody did well. I didn't really see much of Mount in the game, to be honest. He did what he needed to do. Nothing really extraordinary from Mount, but he did what he needed to do. I don't think he had a bad performance, but for Mount standard, I would say this performance was average, but it was alright. It got us the win, and then that's what matters. So the game started in our favor. We started very, very hot. We started the game very, very hot. We were heated up, of course, because we just came out from a loss, so we needed to make things right. And I like the attitude that we came into the game with. And then the whole first half, it was us. We were the ones controlling the game. We were the ones controlling the possession and everything. And I really liked the way Ziyech was playing in the first half. Like in the whole game, Ziyech was just fantastic. Like he was taking players on, and his crosses were always fantastic. Just that sometimes Havertz couldn't get it on target, and Havertz in the first half was also very frustrating because he got some chances where I thought he could have finished, but he didn't get it on target. And I don't know, our finishing really needs some work. I've said it many times. Our finishing really needs a lot of work. And in the first half, Hall also got a very good chance where I thought he could bury it. He didn't. Very good chance, clear chance. He was very close to goal. A cross came in from Ziyech or somebody like that, or Ziyech or Havertz, and I thought he could score. He didn't score, and yeah, it's one of those things. I keep saying that Lewis Hall is a very, very good player. He's one of the best players we have right now in the squad. Like in terms of actually producing results on the pitch, and in terms of form. And he's one of the best players we have, but his finishing, ever since he joined the first team, that has been his problem. And if it wasn't for that, it wasn't for his finishing, he would have had like 6 or 7 goals in the squad by now, in the team by now. But his finishing just needs some work. He just needs a lot of work before we can actually put him on that Chilwell, Alonso level of left wing backs. But right now, he's very good at what he does, but the finishing has to improve. But in the midfield, Gallagher had a very, very good performance. Anytime we play against Palace, it turns up, because maybe he went to play there on loan. And there were some rumors also that Palace will be coming to bid for him again. They want him back at Crystal Palace. And with Gallagher, it's torn. Some fans want him to go, some fans want him to stay. For me, I still feel like he's a very good player, and I would love to see him stay at Chelsea to prove himself properly. I just hope that he's able to perform well for us, so he can be maintained at the club, because I feel like one of those players that if we let go, we would highly regret. So I'm just hoping that he turns up, because some of his performances in recent games haven't been the best, but in this game he was good. In this game he was solid. Jorginho was sitting at the back, and he was the one pushing forward, and he was really distributing the ball very, very well, and he was also stopping a lot of the attacks that came in from the midfield, from the Crystal Palace attackers, and he was able to stop it. He and Jorginho played very well in that midfield, and that I'm sure that because the career was hurt, that's why he got the chance to start. He proved himself. He did well against Crystal Palace, and yeah, Chukwuemeka too, brilliant as usual. He also got a chance there. I thought he could have got like a better shot on target, but he didn't. I don't know why we have this problem when it comes to finishing. We have a serious problem when it comes to finishing, but I don't know how we are able to fix it, because we bring in players that were good finishers in their clubs, but when they come to Chelsea, we don't see it. We don't see it at all. Benoit and Silva at the back, fantastic performance from them in this game. Fantastic performance, and like I can't really praise them enough. Benoit in particular, maybe because he was next to Silva, that's why he was so confident on the ball, and he was very, very strong on the ball. His tackles, his challenges, his 50-50 chances, he was winning most of them. I would like to see him next to a Koulibaly. I would like to see him next to a Chalobah and see how he performs, because Silva was so good at the back that we really couldn't see the brilliance of Benoit to us all. But I think Benoit had a very, very good debut, a very, very good start for Chelsea, and everybody, we liked what we saw. We liked what we saw. His tackles, his challenges were perfect. I don't want to even talk much about Thiago Silva because you guys know what Thiago Silva is capable of doing, and we got this player on the free. It's just insane. He was fantastic. If it wasn't for the fact that Ziyech did touch better, because I think Ziyech had one of the best performances I've seen in him have in a Chelsea jersey. And if it wasn't for the fact that Ziyech had a madness today, like I would say, for me will be my man of the match, but I have to give it to Ziyech because it was fantastic. Let's talk about the goal, because the second half there was nothing really much in terms of attack in the second half, just the goal, and the goal was a brilliantly worked corner. Gallagher took a pass to Ziyech passed back to Gallagher, and Gallagher passed to Ziyech, and Ziyech crossed it in, and this time Havertz was able to head it on target. He had two chances where I thought he could have buried it both with his head and he didn't score it, but this one he was able to score, and you could see that he was happy. This was his first goal in 5 games, and it's not the best, but so far, like in the situation that we are in now, we would take a goal. We don't score that many goals these days, so any goal that we get, we are going to enjoy it. We're going to savor it, because this was a good goal. This was a neatly worked goal, and it was nice to see us actually attack and play this kind of football. And then after that, we were able to sit back and defend more. This was when you saw the brilliance of Benoit come out more. But like I said, because he was there with Thiago Silva, they were solid at the back. It gave him the much needed confidence for him to perform very well in this game. And Kepa did us a solid today, to be honest. Like, if it was for Kepa, like, we would have gone down by 2-1. It would have ended 2-1. But he made very, very good saves. I think the first half he made a save that came from their corner, from a Crystal Palace corner, and he made a very, very good save in the corner of the goal. Very, very good save. Like, and in the second half to the same thing. They had a shot on target. I think it was from Lees or somebody like that. Shot on target, and Kepa was able to tip it over the bar. And yeah, good saves from him kept us in the game, and then we're able to fight through to the end. And then in the end, like in the added time and the added minutes, they added 7 minutes. I don't know why they added 7 minutes, because I don't remember anything in the game. I don't remember anything big, anything major happening in the game. They added 7 minutes to the full 90, but that was when we're defending. That was when we're digging deep, we're defending, and we're able to come away with a win. And now I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it, because Crystal Palace were really, really pressuring us in that final 7 minutes. They were sending in cross after cross after cross after cross, and either Benoit was there to head it off or Thiago Silva was there to head it off. Fantastic. But like I said, CS, man of the match performance, he needs to be starting more. I just wish he started more, so that this momentum can continue. He can continue this form that he's on. From the World Cup, he's been on a very, very good form, like after the World Cup. So I'm just hoping that he continues this form. He's giving more chances and is able to perform in this level for us, because we need players like that to do well for us in this game. So good game, good win, good 3 points. We are still 10th, but we are still going to take it. We are still going to take it. First win of the year, and I'm excited about it. And so yeah, let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section down below. Let me know if you enjoyed the game too as well. What do you think about our performances? What do you think about our finishing? What do you think about the debut from Benoit? For me, I think he had a very, very good, excellent debut, to be honest. So if you've enjoyed the video just 5, watch to the end. First of all, thank you so much for watching to the end. And yeah, give the video a like if you enjoyed the video, and kindly subscribe if you also want to see more of my videos too as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.